Oscar Piastri. This guy practically made more of a name for himself before he got to F1 than Lance Stroll's ever made in F1. That makes no sense, does it? I don't know. But like I said, this man pretty much was the only guy who was talked about during the summer break. And now that everything's blown over, he's completely vanished. Maybe he found Narnia or something, I don't know. He's probably shoved under the rug like Nikita Mazepin or Michael Massey, probably put in witness protection or something for like screwing over the entirety of F1. Right, so it's about 4 days BOSO F1, which means before Oscar screwed over F1. The four-time world champion, Sebastian Vettel, creates an Instagram account. I know, right? It was insane. The entirety of F1 Twitter was freaking out, and but then the person who ran the fake Sebastian Vettel Instagram account started crying because they knew they could never scam Lewis Hamilton out of following them again. Although he doesn't follow anyone anymore, does he? Not even Roscoe, his poor dog. Should I get my dog in here? I don't know. So after Twitter stopped freaking out about the fact that the best German Ferrari driver ever to exist created a Twitter account. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he was the greatest ever Ferrari driver to be German. Probably the best German driver in history. That country hasn't really created any good German drivers, has it? Well, they wouldn't have created any good Austrian drivers, have they? It's freaking Germany. Come on, Connor. Anyway, after he created the Instagram account, he posted 2 videos on it. And they're actually the same video. I'm not sure if his marketing team realized that, but they posted the same video twice. No, it's probably just a big mistake. But yeah, get on it, Sebastian Vettel. Get a better marketing team. Hire me. I'm good at it. But yeah, basically he just said, you know what? I'm retiring from Formula 1 or something, I don't know. It was in black and white and it looked like he had a gun to his head. I don't know why. Come on, Sebastian. You're nice and lovable and likeable and everything. Why are you talking and looking like that? I mean, look, he was getting old, but Nando's pushing his late 70s and he's still here. He's still kicking about, driving for podiums and whatnot. But we all know the real reason why Sebastian retired is because his team principal is called Mike Crack. Like, if my boss was called Mike Crack, I would probably just leave straight away. I couldn't take myself seriously at all. Every time I'm in a meeting, he'd be like, hello guys, it's Mike, what's going on? Or he has a little name badge that says Mike Crack. I just start laughing. So I don't blame him for leaving. I'm trying to think of a Mike Crack joke for 10 years. I can't think of it. If you think of a good joke, write it down below in the comments. And I'll pin it if it is good, you know. Shut up, I'm trying to film a video. Oh my. Alright, so Sebastian Vettel retires, then what? Aston Martin don't have a junior program at the moment. So they're like, what do we do? Do they promote Nico Hülkenberg? Sorry, about Nico Hülkenberg, bit of a tangent. Why is he still in contention for F1 seats? This guy's about 55 years old. He only got a best finish of P4. Yes, he got a couple fastest laps and almost got a podium. But why is everyone saying he's always going to be the best driver to come back to F1 in years? Bro, just ask Nico Rosberg to come back, or someone better. Why don't they ask, I don't know, Jenson Button? He's still kicking about the paddock all the time. They're practically the same age. Heck, Alain Prost is sometimes still there, or Mario Andretti. Put them in a car. Not freaking Nico Hülkenberg, bro. I'm just kidding. I love Nico Hülkenberg. So then basically, here's what happened. Fernando Alonso is like, screw you. And basically he does an Otmar Safnauer. He says screw you to the team he was with, then leaves and goes to a competitor. But instead of Otmar going from Aston to Alpine, it's from Alpine to Aston. That's what I call karma. And everyone's like, surprise Pikachu, what is going on? And Fernando's going to be like this next year.
Easy top 3. If I'm not 16th!
I don't know why he decides to do that. I mean, obviously, it's because of Oscar Piastri. He is probably in that garage every single weekend going, I'm going to take your seat, Fernando. I'm here. I'm waiting for you to retire, old man. Come on. Let me get your seat, Fernando. I want it. Come here now. Give me your seat. I'm watching you, Fernando. And he's probably like, okay, kid, that's a bit creepy. I'm out of here. Alpine were probably trying to persuade Fernando by going, bro, listen, we haven't invested a lot of money in this kid, right? We've only invested a couple million. That's not a lot. We've only given him a million testing dates, and we've only given him pretty much a Formula 1 drive next year, which is in your seat. But we're not going to do that because we wouldn't do that because you're our favourite driver. And Oscar Piastri is our star driver of the future, but you are as well. So don't worry, bro. You're going to be fine in the team. Don't worry about Oscar. He's not going to be in your seat next year. Just stay with us, please. And with that, as I said, Alonso left. Alpine are like, all right, I guess he just did us a favour, and now we can promote Oscar Piastri a year early. Then Oscar's like, you know what? No. And what did he say? Let me read it. Actually, no, you all heard it. It's without my consent or whatever. Alpine have promoted me. I'm not going there. I'm not driving there next season. Because Mark Webber had been pulling strings behind the scenes, being like, bro, you're going to McLaren next year. Although I don't know why, because Alpine are arguably better. No, they are better. They're higher in the championship right now, and they were at the start when this all happened. They don't have Happy Hogan running around leading the show. I'm just kidding. I love Zach Brown. I don't know why. He's such a lovable guy. But who knows? McLaren is a better team on paper. So now with everyone saying, oh, he's going to McLaren, that leaves Daniel Ricciardo out of a seat. Now, obviously, Daniel hasn't been doing too well. I thought he'd stay a little bit longer, but turns out he's out of a drive. And then everyone's like, he's going to go back to Alpine. And everyone's like, no, he won't because he burnt bridges there. And as Cyril said, this will be the biggest mistake of his life and he will fully regret this decision. Or something like that, I don't know. My French impression is insane. So with Alpine out of the picture, he probably has to go much further down the grid. We're looking at Williams or Haas. Now, in the meantime, Gasly is wanting to get out of that Red Bull family. You know, he's been stuck there for about 27 years at this point. I don't know how old he is. He's pretty much born into Helmut Marko's hands. He was like, you're going to be a Red Bull driver when you grow up. And then it obviously happened and it didn't happen and whatnot. So he's like, let me get out. Then Nick de Vries joins Williams because Alex Albon gets appendicitis and he drives to them in Monza and destroys Latifi. And then Williams like, you know what, we're going to drop Latifi. And everyone's like, oh, calm, Nick de Vries is going to Williams. Mercedes links and everything. But then AlphaTauri are like, oh no, Pierre Gasly wants to go out. We're going to take Nick de Vries. And Pierre Gasly goes to Alpine. I imagine he begged Ocon like, bro, please let me out of this like hellhole in AlphaTauri. I'm stuck in this Red Bull family with Helmut Marko. Please help me. And they're like, yeah, calm, bro. Like, have a baguette, have a nice little French party, French team, French drivers, awesome. And he's like, Ocon, I know we had our differences, let me in. He's like, yeah, it's fine, bro. Like, I will not be surprised if their livery is a baguette next year. That'd be pretty cool, I can't lie. And then after the summer break, it's officially announced that Daniel Ricciardo is leaving. Oscar Piastri goes to McLaren, all nice and easy. And by the way, Sebastian, this isn't how you do a retirement video or saying, I'm leaving. It's just more fun. He's like, sorry, guys, I'm leaving. I'm so smiley. It's not the best. But yeah, love him. So Nick de Vries goes to AlphaTauri, probably to replace Checo because he's about 45. And then Williams are stuck without a driver because they probably wanted Nick de Vries. And Haas are like, we don't want you, Mick. You're too expensive. Not because he costs a lot, not because he gets paid a high salary. He probably gets paid more than £5. But the fact that he crashes every day. Every time he walks, like, oh, he hit something. Oh. Almost as bad as Nikita Mazepin. He has a tendency to split his car in half, which I'm not sure how he does it, but he just always seems to do it. So with Mick out of the picture, they're going to go with Nico Hülkenberg. Why? Why Nico Hülkenberg? Like, what has this guy actually done? So Nico Hülkenberg goes to Haas for no apparent reason. They've pretty old drivers now. The average age has been brought up by quite a bit. There's so many spider webs around. What has happened? I've been here for about 10 minutes. And then Williams are screwed because now they don't have any drivers. Obviously, Daniel Ricciardo could be an option, but I think he said himself he doesn't really want to go to Williams because he hates being at the back of the field, even though that's where he always is. If I was Daniel, go to Williams. At least you have an excuse for being slow now. So here's what Williams are probably going to do. Logan Sargent is their academy driver. Everyone said Jack Doohan could go there, but he's Alpine. But why would Williams take another junior driver when they could just take their own instead of another team? So Logan Sargent goes there. Thing is, though, he doesn't have enough super license points, so we'll have to like battle Jack Doohan for third in the standings in F2. If he doesn't do that, then they're screwed. And I think they'll take Mick Schumacher. As for Oscar Piastri, I don't know where he's gone. I hope we find him soon. While I'm here, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're almost at 20k. We've been almost at 20k for about 3 months, so please subscribe.